Hey guys, Jared here, and today I'm going to be showing my Phil Silvers collection. And the reason I'm making this is because tomorrow I'm going to be visiting the Phil Silvers Museum. I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, today is Groundhog Day, so maybe tomorrow might not come. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to going to that museum. And I thought I'd show off my Phil Silvers collection, because he is a comedian who I do really like. Now, of course, I do have the Phil Silvers Show, also known as Sergeant Bilko, but I do also have two movies he was in, and I saw the two movies of his that I'm going to show in this video. I saw those before I saw his show, and it was those movies were what made me want to check out his show in the first place. And I did also watch Top Cat when I was a kid, and I did find out later that Top Cat was sort of based on Sergeant Bilko, so that was another thing. It's similar to how my last video I did a review on the movie The Great Race, and I said, I watched Wacky Races when I was a kid, and when I got older I found out that Wacky Races was actually based on the film The Great Race. So first off, I'll show I've got, this is the complete first season of the Phil Silvers Show, or Sergeant Bilko as it's also known as. Yeah, of course Phil Silvers is the actor and Sergeant Bilko is the character. Yeah, this is a great show. So yeah, as I said, Top Cat was sort of based on it. Like the voice of Top Cat was an impression of Phil Silvers. He didn't do the voice himself, but it was an impression of him. But Maurice Gosfield, who played Doberman in Sergeant Bilko, he also did the voice of Benny in Top Cat. So that's cool. And yeah, like Top Cat having like this group of alley cats is similar to Sergeant Bilko leading this platoon. But yeah, this is a really great show. I really love Phil Silver's style of comedy. I like he's very good at like the double take as well, I think. And yeah, Dwayne Doberman is a fantastic character. I mean, yeah, I've got this one, the Phil Silver's 50th anniversary edition. This is just 3 discs of some random episodes, and this was done for the 50th anniversary of the show. And the thing is, next year the show is actually going to be 70. So this box set is nearly 20 years old now. That's crazy. But yeah, these have nice artwork on them. Like you can see here, there's one of them, and then there's this one, and then there's this one. So yeah, and then I've got one that is the very best of Sergeant Bilko, the Phil Silvers Show. And this is just 2 discs of some of the best episodes. And yeah, and on the second disc of this, it has one that like my dad said he really liked, was the one that it's like Doberman the crooner. Basically, like in that episode, Doberman sings really beautifully, but he can only sing that beautifully when he has a cold. Yeah, that's funny. And I think also what my dad liked about that, and I think funny too, is like they make like an album of his music, or Dwayne Doberman sings, and like the picture that they put on the cover of the album is just a really unappealing picture. So it's like you wouldn't want to buy an album with that picture. And yeah, for sure, it does advertise in here. You can get the complete series. I might get that because I mean, I do have the complete first season, and the other Sergeant Bilko DVDs I own, they do own episodes from the other seasons. But when it comes to buying like the full seasons, I think you can only get, in the UK at least, you can only get the first season separately, and the other seasons, you can either get like compilations like this, or you can buy the complete series box set. So, yeah, I mean, looking up, I could see that in America they do have the other seasons separately, but it doesn't seem like they have that in the UK. So yeah, there's that. And I'll get onto 2 movies of his that he's done. One is one of the greatest comedies of all time, and that is It's a Mad World. And I guess that's a caricature of him in this, and yeah, he's great, and so are like the rest of the cast of this movie. I mean, the main cast of it, of course, are fantastic, but it's not just that. It's also a lot of the cameos in this are from really great comedians. I mean, one that I love is like when you have the Three Stooges as just like the firemen. Yeah, that's great. I mean, because I love the Three Stooges. Yeah, just what can you say? that hasn't already been said, this is just one of the greatest comedies ever made, and this is a Criterion release. I've bought some other Criterions recently, but this was actually the first Criterion that I ever bought. And yeah, this is a great set. There's a lot of great special features on here. And yeah, love this movie. Fantastic. And Phil Silvers was a great character in that movie. Next, I'll show one. This is Carry On, Follow That Camel, a film in the Carry On film series. And of course, it didn't originally have Carry On in the title. They added that on later. This is one of two Carry On films that didn't have Carry On in the title originally. The other one was Don't Lose Your Head. And the reason those two didn't have Carry On in the title at first is because they switched the company, because the first 12 Carry On films were by a company called Anglo Amalgamated. And then after that, they switched to a company called the Rank Organization. So when they switched to Rank, they didn't have the rights to the name Carry On. So they had Don't Lose Your Head, and then this one Follow That Camel. But then after that, they had Carry On in the titles after that. But yeah, this was an interesting part of his career where he started in this. It says, Bilko joins the Carry On Legion. I think this is a fun film. It's not one of the very best in the Carry On series, but being a fan of Carry On movies and also being a fan of Phil Silvers, it's cool to see him in one of these. I know this is having an American in a Carry On film, like when they did this. It's sometimes a bit of a Marmite moment in Carry On history because some people don't think he fit because of his American style, but I think he fit, quite well, And this is from a box set of the Rank Organization Carry On movies, and each of them have these little booklets with them, and in the booklets it tells you about the actors. So here it is telling you about Phil Silvers. On the back here's Phil with some of the cast members. There's some other pictures of Phil Silvers. But yeah, I'd say when it comes to Carry On movies, I can enjoy the early ones by Anglo Amalgamated, but I'd say generally my favourite ones are the ones made by the Rank Organization, which is the company that made these. So yeah, next I'll show some merchandise stuff, because the guy Steve Everett, who owns the Phil Silvers Museum, I have seen him in real life before. He was at one of the Talking Pictures TV live shows, and I bought some Bilko stuff off him. And after that, I found out more about his museum. It made me want to visit. So I did get this key chain thing. It's Bilko and Doberman on there. Yeah. And I got this badge thing. Yeah, and I got these cards that tell you about the museum, the archival museum, and also the vintage emporium. And it was after I got these cards, I did some more research and found out more about the museum and stuff. And I also bought a Bilko T-shirt there, which I'll show right now. Alright, so here's the T-shirt of Bilko and Doberman, and I'm going to be wearing this tomorrow when I go to the museum. So yeah, I really do like this T-shirt. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Tell me what do you think of Phil Silvers? I really do like his work. Yeah, tell me if you're looking forward to seeing stuff about the museum. I might get some pictures of the time there and have them on my community post, and I might also, if I get to film anything, I could have that on a video on my channel. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching my collection video, and yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and bye.